Don't stop, make it pop, DJ blow my speakers up tonight. I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop.
There's actually one episode in the anime, and I'm sure that of course it was in the manga as well. But there's one episode in the anime that is like my utmost favorite, and it's like probably the best episode for Kyoko's revenge against Sho.
Are you talking about?
Yes, I am talking about that episode.
No, you mean the promo arc?
Yes.
That's not just one episode. That's like 3 episodes.
Well, yes, I'm saying one episode as in one episode as a whole. Well, you know what I'm talking about. So that was just awesome.
It was, but trust me, there's so many better arcs in the manga that just puts that one to shame. That one was
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, the Valentine's Day. No, Dark Moon is by far the longest arc.
We're not talking about length. We're talking about I'm talking more about when it comes between Sho and Kyoko.
We're talking so much about Skippy. You can tell we're passionate about it.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we'll just end it on that note then. Alright, next we'll be talking about our manga, right?
Yep, mangas. Now, here's the thing. Instead of discussing any music this week, because I know we said BNK, but we're going straight into 2 different mangas. You'll see why in a second.
Alright, stay tuned, guys.
So the manga that we're going to be discussing now is Kimi no Todoke. Now, the reason we're going to be discussing this rather than BNK is because of the latest chapters that I've been reading. And I only recently become, a huge fan of the anime / manga. And it's a really sweet anime, and, it's what you would think of the typical romance story. 2 people who meet. But what happens is that so far it doesn't seem to be heading into that direction. It seems to be just this tale of misunderstandings. Now, let's start from the beginning. The story is about a girl. Her name is Saoko Kurinuma. And she meets a guy in her class at the start of the school year. And his name is Shota Kazuhaya. And the thing is that they develop a friendship of sorts. And the thing with Saoko is that she's always misunderstood. Primarily because of the way that she looks. And everyone in her class tends to call her Sadako, because she resembles the character from a horror movie. So, that's enough really just to kind of bring down her confidence and her self-worth about herself. So, she's always trying to correct all these misunderstandings. And Shota, he befriends her, and because he befriends her, the rest of the class basically starts to see her in a different light. So, naturally speaking, that would be a good thing, and of course, that should bring the 2 of them together, and by this time, you should expect that they would be dating and whatnot. And naturally, there's so many different obstacles that gets in the way and whatnot, but it seems as if at this point, they're kind of stuck in a rut. In a really, really big rut. So, I'm not going to go into the details if you haven't read the manga. But not that I'm discouraging anyone from checking it out. Check it out. It really is a good manga / anime. But it's just that these last few chapters have just threw me in for a loop. That's all I have to say. And I don't know if there's anyone out there who agrees with me or not, but for the most part, I'm like, what the heck? It's as if things could not have gotten any worse. And it seems like they have. And I'm just pondering what's going to come up in the next, couple of chapters that's going to be coming out. Is this going to be resolved? Are they going to find a way to clear up this misunderstanding? Because it's obvious that the two of them really like each other a lot, but because of what other people are telling Sawako, and because of, the type of person that she is, it's like, her outside appearance may seem to be, like, on the dark side and the creepy side and whatnot, but she's a really sweet girl, and really, that's just about all I gotta say at this point, without just dragging on about it. That's my blunder at the moment. What the hell is gonna happen? So I guess you and me are going to have to just sit back and wait until the next chapter comes out. So until then, check out the next part of this manga section my sister's gonna be covering, and enjoy.
The next manga on our list is Hoshino no Kuni no Alice. Basically, it's the remake of Alice in Wonderland, minus the fact that they're all Bishonen. Yes, the White Rabbit is Peter White. The Mad Hatter is a mafia boss called Blood Dupre. The March Hare is known as Elliot March, and Tweedledee and Tweedledum are the gatekeepers to Blood Dupre's mansion. Vivaldi is the Queen of Hearts, and Ace is the Knight of Hearts. Now, Alice, we all know, finds her way in Wonderland. And in this remake, she actually drinks this potion, which makes it impossible for her to go back to her own world until the bottle that she has in her possession refills with liquid again. And she's pretty much forced to play like this game. And the rules are, she cannot go wandering by herself, and she cannot leave until the bottle she has in her possession refills itself, and the path to her going back home will open up again. So, while the time she's in Wonderland, she interacts with all the characters, which will continue to be the Treasure Cat, whose name is Boris, and also the Clock Tower Master, which would be Julius Monnery. And while she's there, she actually lives in the Clock Tower, because as far as she knows, like, in Wonderland, there's this power struggle going on between the Mad Hatter Mansion, which is run by Blood Dupre, the Castle of Hearts, which is, of course, run by the Queen of Hearts, and the amusement park, which is run by someone named Golden. And the only neutral place for her to stay in is the Clock Tower. So, basically, she stays in Wonderland. She pretty much goes all around in her own business, but she starts to realize that things in Wonderland aren't exactly how it's supposed to be. For starters, all the characters that she meets are called role holders, and they are pretty much irreplaceable. But everyone else in Wonderland have pretty much no face at all. So if they were killed, then they can easily be replaced. And to make matters worse, I'm not going to go too far into it, but there is a twist to everyone in Wonderland and where Alice lives, which makes it pretty dark and eerie feeling for Alice. I'm not going to go into details on what it is exactly because I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but I will say this though. There is a lot of romance, there is a lot of Bishonen, and there's just like a whole lot of guns in this manga. Wherever you go, there's some gun flying somewhere. And, what else can I say about it? 24 chapters, an awesome manga, good storyline. It's a little bit Bishonen for my taste, but I still love it because I love Bishonen anyway. So I highly recommend for you guys to watch it. Sorry to read it. Well, that concludes my review for Hoshino no Kuni no Alice. As far as ratings go for this, I will give it an 8.5. It's good. The storyline is really nice. I like it a lot. Character development, some is excellent, others do need a little work. And overall, it's a really good read. I wish there was more. But for what we have so far, it can be a little bit better.